These are the new Supreme Primes by ZEISS.
Cinema 5D at Cine Gear 2018 is brought to you by B&H, the professional source for all your video needs. CVP, your one-stop shop for cine, video, photo, and more. Canon, live for the story. And Manfrotto, imagine more.
Hi, this is Nino from Cinema 5D. I'm here at Cine Gear 2018 with Arato from ZEISS. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
All good, very nice and warm here. You guys just introduced the new Supreme Prime series. Can you tell us or our audience what the difference is to the existing product and what's new about the Supreme Primes?
Yep. So we first introduced the full-frame cinema lenses back in 2007 with the original compact primes. But at that time, we had not many cameras out there which has the full-frame sensor in terms of professional cinema cameras.
So that was originally for like the 5D and DSLRs that were the only cameras at the time that actually had a full-frame photo 35mm sensor, right?
Yes. So we thought that the full-frame wave will come much faster in the industry, but eventually it took us 10 years to see the flowers blooming. And now with the Alexa LF and Sony Venice Red Monster of 8K VV and also the Canon C700 FF, now I think it's become the right timing to introduce once again the full-frame lens, but to address the high-end sector of the market. So
you kind of had them in the drawer for 10 years, is that what you're saying? Because you were expecting that to happen?
Yeah. We were not sure when the CP1 days, the early CP2 days, we were not even sure. But after the later age of the CP2s and also when we started selling the CP3s, we got a very good feeling that the full frame is finally here. So we just announced this lens last week, and so far the response is phenomenal. And we've been overwhelmed by the very enthusiastic response. And I think a lot of people are loving the fact that we're this time ranging 13 focal lengths from 15 to 200. And for this show, we have the 5 focal length available from 25, 29, 35, 50, and 85. So these lenses are shipping very soon, and the prices in the US is $18,000 each.
So what is the actual difference? A lot of people know the Master Primes, know and love the Master Primes. I have shot with a Master Prime before that actually did cover the full frame. So what is what's the difference now?
Okay, the lens in the Master Prime range, which covers full frame, is not every single focal length. So you just happen to use one of the lenses which covers full frame eventually.
So the wider ones have probably a problem with that.
Right. So with the Supremes, all the lenses covers 8K VistaVision, which is 20 by 40, and has a 36.2 millimeters image circle diameter. So these are really ground up, purposely built to fit every single full frame camera in the market. So that's the main difference between Master Primes, but we kept the front diameter as small as the Ultra Primes. This is 95. So when you think about the large image circle and the fast T-stop aperture, this is unbelievably small. And I think a lot of people really appreciate that you can actually handle by one hand and use the other hand to unmount and lock. In the Master Primes, you had to have an assistant, the third hand, to operate. Yeah.
That's a good point. Also, one big difference is I think you now support exchangeable mounts. Is that correct?
Yes. With the CP2s, CP3s, and CZ2s, we already offered interchangeable mounts. But with this one, we offer 3 mounts: EF with lens data, PL with lens data, and LPL with lens data.
So talking about lens data, you introduced the extended data port with the higher end version of the CP3s last year. And is it built into every version of the Supreme Primes?
Yes. On these CP3s, we had the version with the XD and also without. So you could choose from 2 flavors. but all the Supremes come with the XT as a standard.
In terms of look characteristics, how would you compare the look of a Supreme Prime to a Master Prime?
The materials, we cannot disclose the details, but for the look, we have designed the lens around the keyword called gentle sharpness. So in the past, we had a reputation of having the lenses too sharp. We got some complaints from some of the DPs that our high-end lenses are too clinically sharp, and sometimes it does not do. Sometimes they need some filtration,
Especially for portraits and stuff.
yeah, right. So with these new Supreme Prime lenses, we designed, especially around the coatings and also the aperture, to how to produce a pleasing, more organic skin tones and bokeh before and after the focal point. So I really recommend anyone who is interested in this lens to just go to the rental house and put it on the cameras they use and to see by their own eyes. Yeah.
Very cool. You already mentioned the pricing. What is the availability of the whole range again?
We start shipping the 5 core lenses from 25 to 85 this month. Well, it ranges from region to region, but in the US we start very soon, and we'll be completing the entire range to 2020. So it's a 1.5 year span to complete the range, but I think it's really worth the wait.
Thank you, Arato. And thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned to Cinema 5D for more news from Cine Gear 2018.